Hi, my name is Emmy Simon and I'm an 8th grader at Teagan Middle School, and for my Google Science Fair project I decided to research how the climate and environment in which I store bread will take part in the process in which it boils. After educating myself a bit about this topic, I decided to conduct the experiment with fresh sourdough bread. I contained 4 pieces of the same size in 4 containers. Each container has a different variety of elements in which it is exposed to. Containers 1 and 2 were kept in a cool, dark environment. Container 1 was exposed to a little bit of moisture. However, number 2 was not. Here you will see me spray container 1. Number 2 will remain dry. Container 3 had high light exposure in a room temperature environment with no moisture. I took a different approach for container 4. I first put it in the toaster to warm it up to create humidity in the container. Once I put it in the container, I put it directly into the fridge. This created a humid environment for the bread. I conducted my experiment as I did because I knew from my research that dark, damp conditions are most habitable for mold to reproduce. If one piece of bread contracted mold, then the mold will continue quickly reproducing because they are single-celled organisms that will reproduce through mitosis by the means of their tiny spores. My reasoning for predicting that containers 1 or 2 will contract mold the quickest, which supports my hypothesis. If I isolate bread in a place more suitable for mold to thrive, then the mold will grow in the bread faster. For the first week of my experiment, the bread remained unharmed. However, on day 7, my hypothesis was proven correct. Container 1, which was kept in dark, damp conditions, grew mold the fastest. Throughout my experiment, containers number 3 and 4 remained unharmed without any mold growth. Using my research, I can predict that this was due to the high light and low moisture exposure. Here's my data showing that container 1 exponentially grew within the experiment.